Yo, what is going on? PartTimerZack here. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down this article. So it does talk about the Frozen Darkness event, and it also talks about general maintenance that is coming once the actual event kind of drops on August 3rd. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the compensation. So it looks like we're going to get 500 black cards. Also going to get a stamina bundle here, and we'll talk a little bit more about the stamina bundle, mainly because it breaks it down a little bit more and a little bit more detail as we progress into the article. Let's go ahead and jump into the first thing. So the events, we're not going to cover this too much because we did talk about this in a different video. I will have a link to that in the description if you guys want to check it out. I will also have a link to the article down in the description if you guys kind of want to follow along, or you kind of want to check out for stuff for yourself. This article does a pretty good job at breaking down each like event and event shops, all kinds of different stuff. And so you're going to be able to kind of check out what you need to know, or like what you want to know if you had any questions essentially before the event starts. This is definitely going to help you out quite a bit. So definitely jump in here if you have any questions, or feel free to ask me down in the comments, and I will definitely try my best to help you out there as well. The next thing I want to talk about is the new constructs and 6-star weapons. I have quite a bit of questions about the 6-star weapons. A lot of you guys in the comments have been asking me, like, you know, whether they're going to have their own signature weapons, are they going to be in a different pool, what's going to be happening. But let's go ahead and talk about the constructs real quick, mainly because there's a time gap here essentially of 1 day. So cam is actually going to be coming out on August 3rd, and then it looks like alpha will be following on August 4th. So it gives us initially 1 day of getting more resources essentially. And honestly, you know what, I can't really gripe because I have a lot of stuff to do, and so it's kind of nice to see that it was actually August 4th, so I have an extra day. I think a lot of you guys will probably appreciate that, but do know that it does end on September 1st, and so that is going to be essentially your time period from August 4th to September 1st and able to get the character. It will be on 100% rate in an S rank pool, so you will be able to get her at your pity. So make sure that you're kind of pulling for her if you really want her during this period. So the next thing I want to talk about was the 6-star weapons here. So a lot of you guys asked me a bunch of different questions on whether the signature weapons are coming and how they're going to be coming. So they actually gave us a little bit of an information here. So it was added into the basic weapon research after maintenance on August 3rd. Now this is going to be the one that I recommend not summoning on. You don't really want to mess with this one, mainly because it's just kind of like a gamble, and it's just like, hey, hopefully you get what you get, you know, you don't throw a fit type of thing. Now the 80% drop, the one that you're able to pick which targeted weapon you want, that is the one we're going to be looking for, and that one drops on August 4th. That is the one where you go in, pick what weapon you want, you have an 80% chance of getting it, and is the one that I recommend. So hopefully you guys have a lot of luck on this and don't be, you know, essentially the 20% that kind of get shafted and have to go through the pity again to hopefully get the weapon that they want. And that is just kind of how it's going to be. So I would wait until August 4th in order to kind of get some stuff going. You'll probably be doing that anyway when you're rolling for your alpha and then trying to get her weapon as well. The next thing I want to talk about is the new coding. So Cam is going to be first here. Cam is going to get this one. Actually looks pretty cool. I think it is a little bit basic, but honestly, I like the hood. I like the mask, and I think a lot of people will be pleased with this one. So it looks like it's actually going to have a discount here. It's going to be on 98 rainbow cards, 30% off essentially for the duration of the event until September 8th. And then after that, I'm not sure what the base price for these guys are, but it's going to be going up quite a bit from there after the discount period. So if you really want Cam stuff, make sure to grab it during the discount period. And it's going to be kind of the same for Lucia. So Lucia actually has this one. And let me see this one right here. So alpha is actually going to have this one, and I know this one's kind of a hit or miss. Some people really like it, some people really don't like it. Honestly, I really do kind of enjoy it. I wish there was kind of a different color scheme, honestly. Maybe having like kind of the red black type of thing or red silver type of thing would have been a lot better in my opinion. But honestly, you know what, I don't really mind too much, especially like with this orange yellowish. I kind of like that, but I don't really care too much about the brown. But overall, you know what, I found like it's a cool skin. I was kind of hoping for this one, and honestly, this is what I was kind of hoping for, mainly because the whole summer thing's going on right now and they don't have much summer left. So I'm not necessarily sure if they're going to wait until next summer, but hopefully they get some kind of announcement soon for that. And it looks like this one's actually going to be 154 rainbow cards, again during the discount period of 30% off. So if you are looking to get Lucia's thing, make sure to grab that before September 8th, because that is going to be the kind of cutoff period, and then it's going to go up to whatever the regular price is. Again, I don't necessarily know what the regular prices are, but I'm guessing 154 rainbow cards is already quite a lot, so it's going to be a little bit higher than that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the event limited pack. So it's kind of weird because it kind of like nestles itself in here, but this is basically what I was talking about with the stamina. So it looks like each day we're going to be able to purchase this, and it's going to be for free. So I don't necessarily know how much it's going to be. I would guess it's going to be like the 60. So it's not probably going to be a full stamina reboot, but it's going to be like 60 or something like that, because that's usually what the cards already have, or the little packs anyway are like 60. And so that's what I can kind of guess. But honestly, I'm not too mad about it because getting it once a day is actually really cool. I was kind of thinking that they would do something like this, but I was thinking like, oh, that's probably gonna be like once a week. So to see that it's actually going to be per day is actually kind of cool. So I'm really hoping that after this, they kind of think about it and get some feedback, because it does end on September 6th. so it won't be going like forever essentially. And I'm really hoping that they at least bring it back every event or something like that and kind of get going from there, because honestly it definitely helps out when you're trying to grind the event and you're trying to get as much as you can, obviously, to have a little bit more stamina and not have to pay for it, and then going from there. So hopefully they get a little bit of feedback and kind of add it as needed, or just kind of add it in permanently, because honestly I wouldn't be opposed to that. And then here's with packs, if you guys want to see that, they are working on the new monthly card C, which is essentially the new monthly card that gives you a little bit of stuff that is going to be the exact amount instead of just, you know, retweaking the other one for some reason. But they are not able to officially say anything yet because they haven't, you know, have an official announcement. So do look for that if you're wondering about the new monthly card. Now, the last kind of little topic here I want to talk about is mainly just the added unequipped here. So it looks like they're going to be adding a quick unequipped, which I was hoping for kind of like a swap thing, because I'm getting kind of annoyed of having to pull stuff off of a character and then putting it onto another character. So I was just hoping to kind of like, just, you know, move something onto another character, especially whenever you do stuff like B Lucia and then you move on to A Lucia, and then you're just like, okay, I wish I could have just pulled all that stuff and put it on there. But honestly, having a quick unequipped is kind of a start, and hopefully it's in the right direction essentially, and they kind of look at it and maybe do a swap button, and eventually, you know, at some later date, or maybe like a quick ad or something like that. I don't know, maybe it gives you like a bank of different sets that you have that you can just kind of put on different characters. That'd be kind of cool. But honestly, it's just kind of a start, and hopefully they're able to do some different stuff. They did say revamp daily mission and daily challenge mission content. Now, I don't necessarily know what that means. I don't know if it's like they made the mission harder or they gave us more rewards. I'm not necessarily sure. We'll definitely have to jump into that when we actually jump into the overall maintenance and kind of go from there. It looks like we have a couple more information. So this is another one I wanted to talk about. So it looks like the Matrix ladies, the Hannah and Alfie, hopefully I'm saying her name correctly. Essentially what happened is they were no longer triggered from the attack that comes from character swap, but will only enter Matrix state at an actual 3 ping. So I always thought that it was like, okay, it seems kind of different than when I initially played on JP and CN. So I didn't play too much of that, but I always felt like the Hannah and stuff like that was like a little bit more like advanced and a little bit stronger than it used to be. And it must be this reason why, because it actually does on a character swap and all that kind of stuff. And it actually gives you a little bit more, but it looks like they're actually going to be toning that down and doing it what it's supposed to be, which is on the actual 3 ping, which I mean, I guess I can't really complain because that's what they're supposed to do, obviously. Other than that, it looks like they're just going over some different optimizations and stuff like that. Again, I will have a link down in the description if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But overall, I'm really kind of pleased with the compensation, the overall kind of day that we get essentially, and then just getting some more stamina is always nice to see. Hopefully they continue to kind of go in the right path because they have some stuff to make up for. So hopefully they're able to kind of do that. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.